points of view. And they said, but you really have to call it firing line if it's going to be like firing line, because people knew what firing line was. And they were like, so who owns the copyright? And I said, that's really interesting, because as it turns out, the Hoover Institution owns the copyright and owns 1,505 episodes of Firing Line, because William F. Buckley, when he retired in 1999, was looking for an archival collection and a library of archives that would be able to adequately restore and protect and preserve all of the films, which spanned from 1966 to 1999. So imagine the technology change, there's all these different kinds of tape, and there's documents, and the Hoover Institution actually has the largest private archival collection in the country. It's located at Stanford, and it happens that it was founded by my great-grandfather, Herbert Hoover, initially as a library and a repository of documents that were first-hand materials from World War I, because he happened to be a private citizen in England, administering food relief to Belgium during the course of World War I, and thought that by collecting first-hand documents from both sides of the lines during World War I, he would add to a repository of knowledge and information about war that would help prevent war in the future. So it started as this library and archives, and it has grown over time, and it is sort of this amazing, like if you're ever at Stanford University, or if you're at Facebook offices in Menlo Park, like come tour the Hoover Institution's library and archives. There are amazing gems of history there. But anyway, they happen to have the Firing Line copyright, and they gave me permission and I'm involved there a little bit, and so they were very kind and gave me permission to use the name Firing Line in an effort to restore that tradition.
Yeah, so sort of meant to be.
It was totally
like
serendipitous.
Yeah,
it was meant to be.
Legacy.
Or else. Let's go with that. Let's just go with that.
It's a very good sign. Well, congratulations on the premiere. How many episodes have you done now?
6.
6, and who have you had on?
We're doing 6. I have my team here is so great. I walk around in my brain. And
So it airs every Friday.
7, 8. We have done 8 episodes, and we have aired 8 episodes. We've aired 8 episodes, and what happened is it started locally in New York. We did 3 just in New York, and then it went national.
Okay.
So that's why we're not sure exactly how many the national audience has seen, because there's been a local audience and then a national audience. But the really amazing news, and this is the legacy of Firing Line, people know what it is, and so now wherever you are, 90% of the country is carrying it. 165 markets. In many of the major markets, in the top 30 markets, it's airing multiple times throughout the course of a weekend. So if you are here, if you're at home on Friday night, well, everybody would DVR it or stream it, which you can do too. But like on New York, it airs at 8:30 at night on Friday, and then it airs again at 10 in the next morning. And in Chicago, it airs 3 times, and in LA, it airs twice. And so we're very lucky that it's been received very well.
Yeah. And what is that like working with PBS? And PBS has always produced the show, right?
Yeah, I mean, the original Firing Line was also on PBS.
Also PBS now. What role do you think that plays in sort of the legacy of the show and the ability to bring it back, maybe in a news and journalism climate?
Well, it's interesting. I mean, there is this. There's a woman named Heather Hendershot who is a tenured professor at MIT, and she had just written this book about Firing Line and the legacy of Firing Line, and it's like this extraordinary academic tribute and research project, and then beautifully written tribute to Firing Line, the legacy of Firing Line. And at the end, she posits that Firing Line could come back, but there's no way it could come back in the current media environment on like cable news or broadcast news, because there were these long extended conversations that were, they're just not as snappy and quick as like cable news is. And so her view is that there was an appetite for substance, but that you would have to get it on like HBO or Netflix or Showtime. And actually, it's the perfect place is PBS. Not just because of the pedigree, but because PBS is trusted. PBS is, and that's what we're trying to do. Even though I have a point of view, and our hosts and our guests have a point of view, the idea is, you have to be honest with people about who you are and where you're coming from, and then have a really serious, rigorous exchange of ideas that's honest and transparent. And so PBS is, people want to come to PBS because they want to watch it's PBS because it's good content, and they know PBS, and they grew up watching it, and they grew up watching Firing Line, and many of the program managers